Hello guys and girls, my name's Fast Farmer and welcome to our first look on Upper Mississippi River Valley by DJ Modding. It's a 4X map that has quite a bit of forestry land, as you can see. Some good sized fields, and because it's 4X these are quite large. The most expensive ones are 26 and 33 at 2.8 million and 2.4 million. You can buy the river and some big forestry lands for a few million, but as for the fields, they're all under 3 million. Start out with 3 fields, 33, 32, oh, 4 fields actually, sorry. 33, 32, 34, and 35. And they are all ready to plant because they're all cultivated, yep. 3 farmlands. Farmland 28 is 500,000, farmland 29 is 560, and farmland 30, which is what your farm is on, is 455,000. As for starting equipment, you've got a New Holland skid steer loader. You've got the John Deere T560 with a corn head and a bean head. The John Deere 4755, 7810, and then back to the New Holland. As for other equipment, you've got a Rudolph trailer, a nice cultivator there, 2 direct drill planting options. You got the Cedar, the Vaderstad Cedar, and the Kinsey planter, as well as Hardy sprayer, Amazon fertilizer, a slurry tank, and a food mixer, as well as a couple header trailers for your combine headers. Here for the farm, what we got a few buildings. Got this building here to store things for your farm, your cow barn, which is down here. Here's the animal drop-off point. Oops. Here's a little area for them inside, and then, yeah, here's where you drop off their food and water. This is where you pick up the slurry. Yep. This is where you pick up the milk. Yep, alright. Then you've got this shed here, which has your sprayer, fertilizer, and a tractor in there. And there used to be a shed here, it seems, but it's sort of been taken down. Now it's just a platform. And from what I can tell, you cannot remove these decorations here. So you can't remove all this and put up a new shed here. It's just sort of stuck, which I think is rather annoying. I'm not certain if that's accurate, though. So here's your pig farm. And your 2 round buildings here. When you start off a new farmer mode, all 4 of your fields are ready to plant. But as it's August, the only thing you can plant is canola. So I don't necessarily fancy doing that. So I have a different farm with some different equipment on it. I guess I should talk about some of the key points of the map. The shop is up here. Just east of the Mississippi River. And then there are some equipment here at the shop that you can actually hop in and use for demos, is what that's there for. I believe these are just decorations. But yeah, these 2 combines and then the 3 tractors you can actually hop in and use. Let's see if any of these can be used. No, these are just decoration as well. But yeah, you've got another 7810, another 4755, and a 7R as well to be used for demos. I do find it a little curious that your biggest tractor has 190 horsepower and yet your seeder requires 240 and your planter requires 300 horse. The cultivator is 250, so all three of your main pieces of equipment require more horsepower than you start out with. So I believe the map wants you to use this 7R here on your farm. Let's see if we can customize it at all. That would be interesting. So yeah, you cannot customize these pieces of equipment. That's good to know. In terms of other things on the map, we have, yeah, a big, good-sized town through here on the banks of the Mississippi, and then some more industrial areas over here, as well as a good-sized highway that follows the Mississippi all the way through the map. Obviously, with the branding, Iowa State Cyclones, and there's a Del Taco somewhere, a BP gas station here. This is not on Mod Hub. It's not. Yeah, here's Del Taco. Yeah, it's not on Mod Hub, which is a little annoying to me, but hey, what are you gonna do about it? There's an Applebee's. That's cool. I wonder if any of these are sell points. There are a lot of sell points, as you can see. That's good. I like some good variety. And some of them are $200 and the rest are $1,000. That's a little curious, because the lowest that it goes is 1,019 and there's 4 of them. Around 205 of them, actually. So yeah, I would suggest not taking your grain to the dryers where they only give you 1/5 of the price they should go for. There are 2 unique crop types, alfalfa and clover. Both of them function just like grass, where you can cut it and then bale it. I believe you can make hay out of them as well, like to use a tedder to use your tedder to turn it over and make it into hay. Let's see. And I do think they're both on the seeder instead of the planter. But let's just look at that for certain. Matter of fact, I'll just hook up with the front linkage there. Wheat, barley, oat, canola, soybean, sorghum, oilseed radish, grass. Yeah, there's alfalfa and clover. And back to wheat again. Very nice. So yeah, there are a couple new crop types, which is interesting. You do not start out with any animals, I don't believe. Yes, so no animals. Pretty small equipment except for your planter and seeder, which are, your planter is pretty large. A couple of farms, good amount of buildings, and there you do start out with a grain dryer and a fermenting silo. Sorry. You can also bale soybean straw and corn stalks, and then you can sell that as well. How does that price compare to regular straw? So here's straw selling for between 95 and 148. Let's go check out soybean and corn straw. Okay, so it's about double the price. Interesting. And then there are an assortment of I don't have any mods on this except the map. So there's ethanol, wine, beer, chips, pasta, oatmeal, soy milk, whiskey, as well as corn stalk, soybean straw, and then alfalfa, alfalfa hay, clover, clover hay, and then the dry corn. So there are quite a few unique production chains on this. Like there's a whiskey factory. How much is that to buy? I imagine you make whiskey here. I'm not certain. So It's 110,000. Let's take out a loan and see what it does. Okay. Looks like you put in corn, dry corn, barley, and water, and get out whiskey. Very nice. And how does whiskey sell? Whiskey sells pretty high, between about $6,000 and $7,000. So yeah, this map is certainly interesting with some unique production chains, unique crops, pretty unique field sizes too, or field shapes rather. So yeah, quite curvaceous. But as starting equipment's pretty small, and you start out in August and can only plant canola. I've got a different farm with some different equipment, and it's March there. So that's where we'll head next, to that different farm. We'll take a look at the equipment we've got, and then we'll get to seeding up some fields. Alright, so here we are on our other farm. As you can see, it's March, and we'll just look through the equipment we've got. First thing, I've added a couple silos, one for liquid fertilizer and herbicide, and the other for seed and solid fertilizer. And I believe lime is purchasable there too. Instead of the T560, we went with the S790 combine, so a little larger, 45-foot header instead of a 25-foot header. That should help with the big fields we've got. And in terms of, we're still using the, New Farmer planter and seeder, but as the equipment that we do start out with has not enough power to run those, we did buy a new Case IH Magnum 340, and this will be able to run that seeder with ease. It's got 375 horsepower, I believe. Did I lease that? Never mind, I leased it. We have 374 horsepower. Still got our 4755 and 7810 from New Farmer mode. But yes, I sold the slurry tanker, the cultivator, as well as the forage mixer, and the Rudolph trailer, I guess. And instead of that, I bought 3 gravity wagons. Seems a bit more fitting for this type of farm than to have a Rudolph trailer. Here are those. I also sold the skid steer loader and the bucket that it comes with in order to fund that, and I did also have to take out a $100,000 loan in order to afford all this equipment, but it should be well worth it, because now the equipment we start off with can actually pull our planter, because I can tell you that 4755 would have struggled a ton with this planter here. But this Magnum should pull it nice and easy. I am going to plant sunflowers. Let's not go that way. Sunflowers on one of the fields. That'll be field 32. That small little sliver of a field over there beyond our farm. We'll do corn here on 35, or sorry, soybeans here on 35. And then probably oats in field 34, which is our biggest field by far. So some equipment that we need to look at in terms of where to next. We do have a grass field. It's field 33. Since we have grass on other maps though, I feel like that's a little bit boring. So I think I would rent a cultivator or a plow, rip up that field, and then plant some alfalfa or clover in there. Probably alfalfa is what I would start with. And then we'd obviously need a mower, a windrower, a tedder, all that jazz, a baler and a bale loader, or just a forage wagon. You know, all the basic stuff you need for when you're doing grass work. Which, yeah, that would cost a pretty penny to buy it all, and leasing it would be expensive too, so yeah, that'll definitely have to wait a little bit, I would assume. And if it has to wait a year, then it might be worth plowing up field 33 and doing crop in there. Maybe corn, canola, something like that. A cash crop that we do to just get some money. Who's to say? But anyways, this field shouldn't take very long, so we'll get this done in a time lapse and then move on to, yeah, we'll plant oat in that field up there, 34. So as you can see, this has taken just a, really short amount of time here. It's a pretty small field. Honestly, probably should have been grass or alfalfa or clover or something like that. But I'm not complaining too much. Even though this looks super small on this map in comparison to all the other fields, this is a 4x map, so this field is quite large. Quite a bit bigger than it looks, at least. And in the time that it took me to plant that field, I did change my mind about what I wanted to do on field 34. I think we're going to do oats. I was going to do oats on 34, but now we're going to do it on 35 here. It does say sunflowers, but those have been harvested, so yeah, no need to worry about that. We'll do oats on 35, and then soybeans on 34. I think that should work quite nicely, but because it is March, we can't quite plant soybeans yet. So let's get those oats in the ground. And then we do need to fertilize. Actually, I didn't need to turn there. We do need to fertilize and spread lime because I'm running precision farming. And actually, I should probably buy that real quick. Select. Yeah, we should buy the soil information for our 3 fields that we've got. Well, 4, because we've got that grass field too I keep forgetting about. So yeah, we'll have to get some lime spread on those. Dang it. I'm just going to paint a path through here because I'm definitely going to drive through there way too much. Let's see, landscaping. Let's do just gravel if we've got it. Of course, there's bushes in the way. Grr. And they don't move when you touch them. Okay. That looks pretty ugly for now, but we'll have to get that fixed. Gosh, that looks really ugly, actually. Okay. Let's get this in here. Then we'll get on our seeder here and get some oats in field 35. Actually, let's get our... Do I have a lime spreader? I don't, so that's something I could buy. I don't have enough to buy it. I could lease it. But if we're leasing, we're definitely going with the big one. Just so I don't have to make as many trips back to get lime on it. $4,500. That's not terrible. And let's get the 4755 to run that. Oh man, nice cheeky 5-point turn here. Watch out. Yeah, so we'll go and get that at some point so we can spread lime on the 2 fields. I really need to get that fixed up. We'll just leave it here for now. And then we'll get this over here to 35. Should be right through here. And we'll get this seeded up real good, and that might be a good place to stop. Don't want this to turn into a first episode. Not to feel like a first episode anyways. I just want this to be a first look where I show off the map, work the fields a little bit, and hey, if you guys like it a lot, and I see some, pretty obvious facts that you guys like this, then there's no reason this can't turn into a series. I really like this map. I've never played it before, even though it's been popular on some older farming simulators. I believe it's just 17 and 19, FS17 and FS19. I never played it on those, but yeah, if you guys like it and the video results show that, then for sure I'd do this map. It's a good fun map, but I'm definitely going to play it by myself if it's not, even if it's not liked that much, but because I want to create content that my viewers want to watch, and if I see that a series isn't doing so well or a video didn't do so well, I might have to think, do my viewers really want to watch this? And then if they don't want to watch it, I have to ask myself, do I want to play it? Because if they don't want to watch it, if you guys don't want to watch the videos and they're not doing as well, I'm still going to play it if I want to. Now, there are some times where I don't want to play a map, but I know it would do really well, and those are just the things I have to figure out, how I'm going to handle that. But yeah, this map is definitely one that I want to play more of. And we've currently in 3 different series, well, 2 for sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that third one. We're doing a time-lapse series on Wastelands, Portugal, which is, time-lapse format, starting with a pretty empty map, trying to grow things into a pretty big, good-sized mega farm. And I'm also doing Ohio Richlands, which has been going pretty well. We haven't moved very far forward just because I wanted to get another field before the second harvest time, so that's been moving pretty slowly. We're on episode 4 of that, but I'm only planning on doing 10 to 15 episodes on there before moving on. And then I've got an open spot. I've tried to fill that, because I'd like to do 3 series at a time at least. And I tried to fill that with Hannah, Indiana a little bit, which is another 4X map. But there's only so much you can do on that map, I feel, because it's wide open. And got pretty massive fields. So yeah, I don't see that as being a typical playthrough where that was time-lapse series as well, I guess. I don't see that as being something that I can put out videos in every single week, just because they take quite a bit of time to do. I spent, I think it was 8 hours baling all the straw from those fields for just a 30-minute video, so it's definitely a lot of work to do that map, but I do enjoy it, so I don't think that would go anywhere. It would just slow down to be maybe once every few weeks put out an episode or a video for it, which leaves me with a bit of a gap for another playthrough, and I'm debating between this map, which is Upper Mississippi River Valley, and Edgewater, Saskatchewan, as the 2 maps to do next. And it wouldn't be a typical playthrough, like not a let's play per se. It would be a little different, something, bit of a surprise. I'm working on ideas, I'm sorting through, trying to figure out something unique to bring to you guys, because there are tons of YouTubers on Farming Simulator that are doing let's plays, and yeah, I don't want to just do another let's play. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, if this video, this first look here on this map does well, then I could definitely turn this into a series. If not, then just play it for myself and enjoy it, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people doing this map for playthroughs. I know DJ Goham is doing it. Farm Sim Guy has also started a series on it. And I'm sure there's more, but yeah, I would be 100% fine with doing it. And then Edgewater, Saskatchewan. I want to do one of those 2 maps for sure. They both have... Let's just turn this off. Oh, I should have bought the field information for this. I did buy it. Never mind. Purchase soil information. No, I didn't buy it for $35. Okay, my bad. Yeah, the field shapes are pretty similar. There's a lot of like curvy edges and whatnot, and streams running through the fields on it, both this map and Edgewater, Saskatchewan. So obviously this is a 4X map, so the fields are larger, which sort of works better for what I have in mind to do with the map. But yeah, I'm gonna do a first look for Edgewater, Saskatchewan as well, so I'll probably just see which video seems to be enjoyed more by the viewers, and then which one I enjoy playing more, which one I think will work best, and then I'll make a decision on that. So yeah, here in the next couple weeks we could be seeing another playthrough for sure. But anyways, enough jibber jabber. I'll get this field done, and then we'll check in, probably do some lime spreading and whatnot. We're on the way to the store to pick up our lime spreader that we're renting, and one thing I should say about this map that I really enjoy is the topography. As you can see, we just went through a canyon run, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. There's steep ditches off to the side with murky brown water in there, rolling hills, cliff sides. Like, this map has a lot of really cool terrain. in it, and I haven't even like explored it very much. I've stayed pretty much to the very center of the map where our fields are, on the way to the store a couple times, for sure, but other than that, yeah, not much else. So I'm excited to see what else they have on this map, and how it looks. We're going to be done fertilizing this field here real shortly, and with that, we have planted 2 of our fields, one with sunflower and one with oats. We spread lime on them both to get the pH values for Precision Farming DLC to an adequate level. And yeah, once this is done, we'll have fertilized them both to, again, get that Precision Farming environmental score up, which should help us out making more money, getting more yield when the time comes to sell this crop that we've planted. As I said before, this is just a first look video, so we're showing off the map, different features of it that I enjoy. We showed off the starting equipment, the fields you get, whatnot, and then I did some field work to, yeah, sort of show how the fields are. Tend to be pretty bumpy and hilly fields, and yeah, obviously, if you guys enjoy the video, this could turn into a series. Could have an episode 2 coming out if we wanted. And a good way to let me know that you enjoyed it is to just leave a like on the video. If you like the content that I make, go ahead and subscribe if you'd like. It's a good way for you to not miss videos that I've put out. Maybe if you're liking a series, subscribing and turning on notifications will let you know when the next video in that series drops, so you can watch it right away or at your leisure if you'd like. It's also a great way to support the channel and let me know that you enjoy what I do, which gives me a good indicator on whether or not I should continue doing it. If you got any suggestions, maybe other maps that I'm not thinking of playing that you'd want me to see, you'd want to see me play, go ahead and leave a comment down below of suggestions, just anything really, that you want me to know or that you think I should have a look at. I have gotten several questions on some mods that I've used, which is great. I'm usually pretty active at answering those questions as accurately as I can. Yeah. So that's where we're going to leave it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, my name's Fast Farmer, and I'll see you next time. Peace.